Welcome back to News Glitch. I'm Matthew. This is a show where I read real news headlines and react in real time because there's no way this is real life. Alright, now let's get into it with the first headline of the day. Okay, so for the first headline today, we have Woman Gives Birth in a Waymo Self-Driving Taxi. Okay, wait. So, a woman's giving birth in a self-driving car has to be the most 2026 sentence I have ever heard in my life. Like, imagine your first memory on Earth is the car's voice going, please keep your hands inside the vehicle at like all times. That'd be wild. So I'm reading, and she went into labor and ended up delivering her baby while riding in the Waymo autonomous vehicle. And the car completed the ride like it was a normal Tuesday. No panic, nothing. And estimated arrival time was announced, which is pretty crazy because if you think about it, this car is more emotionally stable than most humans. And not even to talk about the car's like customer support. Like, Waymo is going to send a message after being like, how was your ride today? You could literally say like 5 stars. I had a baby in the car. And not to be whatever, the baby's first words are going to be like, recalculating route. Door is unlocked. Or even like this, please exit the vehicle. Ride complete. Bro, like Waymo is like on top of the world right now. And she was the first person to ever give birth in a Waymo, which is actually a pretty cool stat. Also, who's getting rated here? Is the mom rating the car or the car rating the mom? It's like a weird situation. Also, imagine the receipt after the ride. That's like crazy cheap for what happened in the car. Like a base fare of like, let's say 18, surge pricing, $12. And then all of a sudden Waymo tags in a new human life fee for $4,000 and writes, thank you for choosing Waymo. That would be wild. And talking about wild, the wildest part is there's no driver. So it's just you alone in the back seat, bringing a whole person into the world. Like, this isn't a taxi ride. This is like a whole side quest. It's wild. And I'm sure Waymo's PR team was like sitting in a room being like, okay, like technically this is like a good story. It was a success. She gave birth. Everything was okay. But like real talks, they're really thinking about the car safely delivered 2 passengers instead of 1, and they could market that. They're about to run ads like, Waymo, we deliver. Also, to compare a hospital versus an Uber versus Waymo, imagine being born in a hospital. That's normal. Imagine being born in Uber. That's crazy. Imagine being born in a self-driving taxi. That's just the wildest thing I've ever heard. So, like, someone approved a future where you can order a self-driving taxi and accidentally order a birth. Okay, so that was a weird one, but let's move on to the next headline. Okay, and we're on to the second headline of the day. Man sues airline after emotional support peacock denied boarding. Okay, we're already off the rails. Like, a man is trying to bring a peacock on a flight as an emotional support animal, got denied, and decided the next logical step was a lawsuit? That's just wild. I'm trying to picture this peacock walking through TSA, and what is everyone doing? Is everyone just watching? Are people running? Are people scared? Like, what's going on there? Where's the peacock going to be on the plane is a separate question. Because it's not a small animal. You can't put that under your seat. Like, that's not how that works. And, on the other fact, how is a peacock calming? And the cherry on top, the man is suing. That's just wild. That is also why airlines have the craziest policies of all time. And next time, if you read in the small print, it will say, we do not allow peacocks. That's just like wild. Okay, now we're on to headline 3. It goes like this. Subject stops for fast food during a police chase. Nah, this is just diabolical. During a police chase, you're going to tell me that someone stopped over to get food and still thought they were going to get away? This man must have thought he had the craziest driving skills of all time. That is absolute insane confidence. And that's not even a crime. That's just trying to multitask. Like, I don't know what this guy was thinking. Also, if you're the drive-thru worker working the window, what are you thinking? Like, if there's 12 cars behind him, are you still going to serve the guy? Are you worried? Are you going to question what's going on? Also, in the movies, they make a police chase seem so much more intense. If he had time to stop at a drive-thru to get food, then the movies are not showing it the right way. And did the cops also get in the order? And did this guy still think he was going to get away, or he was just admitting defeat and was hungry? But for real, you can't be actively fleeing the police and like stop for a combo meal. That's just not how that works. I do, however, respect the confidence. But on that note, we're going to get to our 4th headline real soon, and that's going to be the last headline of the day. And for our 4th headline of the day, it goes like this. Thief returns stolen item because it was too heavy. Nah, this has to be the laziest crime I've ever heard. Someone stole something, brought it back because they realized carrying it was too much work. Did you not think about that before? That's also not considered a thief. That's a guy who tried one rep and then like quit. Did he start the robbery and then realize like it's too much, it's too heavy? Also, what was he trying to steal? And how far did he get? Did he get caught? There's just not a lot of info in this article for me to actually figure out what's going on, but that's crazy. He didn't think about any of this before he started this. And did he like let them know after, sorry, too heavy, my bad, could you take the rest back for me? The cops were definitely confused. Because imagine the police report, suspect returned item due to back pain. So the cop is thinking he stole it and then undid the crime. What do I do? Because he didn't actually steal it then. So you committed the crime, but drew the line at lifting. This is the first criminal who respects, he's not even a criminal. All right, that's it for News Glitch. If you enjoyed this, follow the show and leave a rating. It helps a lot. I'm Matthew. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you in the next episode.